So where were we? All right, so let me ask you the question now from before. So if you hear somebody like toss around the word Nazi as like an insult, like it doesn't mean anything to them, how do you feel about that?
Well, one thing, you talk about Nazis, you're talking about basically a political party in Germany.
Right.
The thing is, you're looking at a dictatorship, and that is one thing. All the people were not hateful people.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, it just is that if they're living in a system, and they have to go with that system.
Well, there are some people now, even today, who consider themselves Nazis.
Well, Nazis, anybody that says themselves a Nazi, they hate Jews. And there still are a lot of people that hate Jews.
So, okay, so aside from that, do you think it's okay for kids to like call each other Nazis, or do you think the word carries some weight?
It's not right. No, it's not right.
Why not?
Because they don't understand what the term means. They don't understand the history. They don't understand what happened in the Holocaust. They don't understand what happened basically in World War II. You know, the day that I got wounded, we had one platoon ambushed.
Wait a minute. First of all, where did you get wounded? How did this happen?
I got wounded in the Battle of the Bulge in a town called Bulge.
Borsi?
Right.
How far was that from, say,
Bastogne?
Yeah.
Probably about 10 miles from Bastogne.
Okay, so what happened? So you were hit by a mortar or what?
I got hit by a 120 millimeter mortar.
Uh-huh.
What happened was we relieved, I think, the unit of the 101st Airborne. We had been out, our prior mission to that was we contacted the 1st Army in Houffalize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we were in the German positions. And the thing is, we basically, the night that we were there, the following after the morning, night that we were there, we were basically posted on a hill, and we pulled a perimeter defense with the tank units.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that the Germans, we were in the German positions.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting around their fires, but we got them outgunned. So nothing happens.
You could see them on the other side of the hill?
No, we were right next door to them.
Oh, so you could did you ever shout over, talk to them at all?
Not in that particular situation.
So you did talk to them at some points?
Well, we had a situation where there was one Heine that was wounded. And he was crying for his mother. We'd been out operating as infantry.
Mm-hmm.
And we chased the Germans out of their positions. So they were basically in a field which is just across the road from us.
Oh, okay. Just in a quick aside, how come I've noticed sometimes you call them Germans and sometimes you call them Heinies? Why is that?
Because generally we consider them Heinies, that's all.
Uh-huh.
That's all. That's the way we talk.
Is that a derogatory term, or is it just slang, or what does it mean?
It basically refers to Germans.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't as derogatory as Nazi.
Oh, so you're saying if you called somebody a Nazi, that was a bigger insult than calling somebody a Heine?
Well, calling the person a Nazi was basically a German that hated Jews, and the thing is, they were basically a member of their political party.
Right. So go ahead. So these guys were across the road from each other, and then from you, and then what happened?
Well, what happened was the weather was very cold.
Mm-hmm.
It was nighttime, and there was Harry, me, and Dagnall in one foxhole.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted me out. I wouldn't get out.
Why did Harry want you out? I thought he was your buddy. So it was just
Well,
a little too tight?
Well, the thing is, he was more of a friend to Dagnall than he was to me.
Uh-huh.
So anyhow, we were being shelled by friendly fire.
Uh-huh.
And every time you hear a shell coming in, we'd go down. And when I went down one time, it hit Harry on the nose with my helmet. He was mad about that. All right. We got the shell fire. We got that stopped.
Uh-huh.
And then this German half-track is coming across the road, across the field.
Yeah.
Harry's going to get this German half-track.
Yeah.
He has a grenade launcher on his carbine.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to put a grenade on that carbine, on that grenade launcher, and the grenade launcher's all iced up.
Oh, great.
So he's wondering what we're going to do. He asks me, what are we going to do?
How does a grenade launcher work? Is it a rubber strap, or I mean, how does it work?
Well, I don't know. We put it over a pipe on the end of the...
Does it use a standard grenade, or is it a special shell?
It's a special...
Oh, special shell. Okay, so it's more like a bazooka than a launcher.
It's an anti-tank weapon.
Okay, so it doesn't use standard grenades.
It's not as much as a bazooka.
Okay.
So anyhow, Harry's worried, and he said, well, he couldn't get the grenade launcher. I told him, I said, stick it up your ass, Harry, that'll bolt it. And he gets mad, and I tell him, don't worry. I says, I have a hand grenade here. If he shoots at us, I'll go after him with a hand grenade.
Yeah.
We're all along the line over here, and the road going up over here. Germans are over there, and this Heine half-track comes by, and I can see this, their gunner sitting up on there with a machine gun and so on.
Right.
And it goes by, and it goes by the whole platoon, the whole section, and goes into the German positions. So anyway, that was that night. So we didn't have any fight with that German half-track. Then there's one Heine which is out there in the field, and he's crying for his mother. Mutti, mutti, mutti. Well,
poor guy. He was dying, huh?
well, yeah, well, the thing is, it's to think about your mother, so on. It's an experience that I'll never forget. Anyway, we offered to get
It's funny, I mean, a soldier becomes like, you know, a grown man becomes like a child when they're dying, in a sense, you know?
What?
A grown man can be like a child when they're dying. It's very normal, right?
Well, I don't know. But the thing is, he's crying for his mother, Mutti. So anyway, we felt sorry for him. We wanted to get him. So anyway, one of the men that we had in our unit over there, he calls across to the Germans, and saying that we would go get him. So what the German officer says, he says, you get him beschießen Sie, in German.
Uh-huh.
So he said, if you go get him, he will shoot you. But anyway, that was that.
Why would they want their own guy to die like that?
There's no answer for that. It just is that they felt as though it just that was their unit. I can't really tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, the night goes on. We're cold, and you got to keep your hands from freezing. You got to keep your feet from freezing. And finally, at the break of dawn, one of our planes comes in and drops a bomb on them.
Ugh.
So anyway, then we went back. And
Here, hold on a minute. I'm going to start a new. Just hold that thought.